just the situation. They had no timeouts. They had to drive the field, and I think it was like a minute 36 left. The strategy is to tackle the ball in bounds, is to drop 8 and to make them check it down and try to keep the clock running. They had no timeouts to stop the clock. Obviously they were able to get some chunks, which certainly would we'll go back and look at that and say, how do we generate more pressure? The chunks kill you in those situations. You want to make them drive it methodically and use up all the clock and try to heave it up at the end for out of desperation. We weren't able to do that. I think we're going to see breakdowns in coverage. I think we're going to see any plays that need to be tackled in bounds that we're able to get out of bounds. And, we just didn't play well enough to the finish. But as far as the strategy goes, the goal is to try to defend both out cuts on both sides and to force the ball inside and underneath so that we can tackle it and keep the clock running. The clock was our advantage there, and we weren't able to do that.
Aria?
Clark, when did you know that Mike would be starting this week, and how would you evaluate his performance?
Well, we knew that early in the week that Mike was going to need to step up for us, and I felt like he did some things that gave us a chance to win the game. I thought we were more explosive today, which is something that had kind of held us back in the past. We were able to generate plays that went past 20 yards and 40 yards this tonight, and that was helpful to us. I felt like he was able to extend and find routes down the field. He was able to locate Will Shepherd, and Shep was able to finish on some explosive plays for us. So there was good there. There's going to be a lot to clean up too. We weren't able to really get the run game going. That's both a product of an inability to get the push up front that we needed, but also maybe some decisions as we look at his game and critique it. So there'll be areas for him to get better, but I'm proud of Mike. I think he stepped up. I think he represented himself well as a competitor. I think he made some plays that we needed, and I felt like he put this team in a position to win the game, and that's all we can ask of him.
Lou from the state.
Coach, were you surprised that Coach Beamer, they brought in Zeb there in that final drive, and what did you see from him? I mean, obviously Luke's going the whole way, and then Zeb was able to come in there on that last drive.
Yeah, not surprised. I mean, I think he was doing what he felt like he needed to do to win the game throwing. And I want to be complimentary of South Carolina and Coach Beamer. They fought, and that's a character win for them. We've been on the other side of that one too this year, and they should be proud of that effort. I was impressed with the final drive. I think what I'm going to do is look at more of the things that we can do to be better rather than the plays that were made on offense. But, I respect the way they finished the game, and, certainly did a nice job coming in. Zeb did at the end there and doing what it took to win. Respect that.
Clark, what can you guys take out of this game going forward? Your defense played really strong for 50 minutes or so. Are there positives that you'll be able to leave here as you grow your program?
Of course. Yeah. I mean, it's there are going to be a lot of positives. Our issue is stringing together a consistent performance. I actually thought we were way better in terms of our complementary football tonight. That's something I've sat and talked about after every loss. I feel like is how all three phases need to interlock in performance. I thought they did tonight. The takeaways on defense, our defense is becoming disruptive. We knew they were capable of that. Those are things that you do to win games on the road, win league games on the road. So those will be points that we build on for sure. We're disappointed in the result, and it hurts. And, we're a program that feeds off competition and that wants to win. I mean, that's why we're here. And so when you fall short, it's going to sting. but also as we are a work in progress and we are becoming the program we know we can become, we'll find ways that this is also a step towards that vision too. And that's that'll be after we unpack the game and we're able to watch the film and able to meet about it and then move on from it. And we'll be better next week. So there are aspects that we'll be proud of. There are things that we'll look at and know that we have to do better. And we will keep moving this program forward towards a vision, which we're excited for.
Chris Harris.
Hey, Coach, you kind of answered my question. I was just going to ask what your message was to the guys after they were so close to ending that 15-game SEC losing streak right there.
Yeah, we don't worry about any 15 games or that's not what this is about for us. This is just about each time we get a chance to go out and play Vanderbilt football. It's representing this program the way we know it should be represented. And that's making the competitive decisions and playing hard. And, they're disappointed, but the message in the locker room is, we have to own it. We own the fact that we came up short and we don't like it, but there are no victims here. We take responsibility, ownership over it. That's coaches and players alike. And that starts with me. We certainly aren't looking at this in terms of the accumulation of previous year's games. This is about team one. This is about what we're doing this season. And, we're going to be disappointed in the result. We're going to let it sting for 24 hours. Then we're going to win the response and we're going to put together an effort to allow us to be better next Saturday. And we can do that. And so these guys are, again, they're disappointed and hurt, but they know the better days are ahead and we'll keep fighting and working and we'll get there.
Bobby.
Clark, what exactly was Ken's injury and what is the likelihood that he could be back next week? Or I suppose what is his timetable for a return look like at this juncture?
Yeah, I don't want to get into specifics of the injury, but he's going to be week to week. And so we'll keep taking a look at how he's responding and recovering. And, I heard for Ken, I know he wanted to be out there and wasn't able to, but we'll see how he responds and hopefully get it back as soon as we can. That's the goal.
Lou, did you have another?
Yeah, one more question. How close, Coach, were you to going forward on that fourth down when you decided to kick the field goal late in the game?
We would have gone for it had we gotten within one. That was kind of the thought process. We wanted to have the opportunity there, sending the offense back out to maybe draw South Carolina off sides to convert it that way. Just felt like at 5, the 6 points, sometimes playing for 6 is not necessarily strategic, but I felt like the 6 points at least gave us a chance to defend all the way to the goal line in the 2-minute drive. And had we gotten to 4th and 1, we would have gone, but otherwise we took the points and played defense.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks, everybody.
All right.
Hey, Mike, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, guys, we got quarterback Mike Wright here with us. Use the raise hand function if you have a question for Mike. Robbie, get us started.
Mike, first career start. What do you think you did well and what do you need to work on after that?
I think there in tough losses like this, that first reaction is hard to think about the stuff you did well. So that I'll go back and look at film. But one thing I know I just want to improve on is just overall offensive execution in our offensive operation. There was drives where the defense had big plays, turnovers, and we just didn't capitalize all the way on offense. So we'll clean that stuff up. We'll go back and look at that. And one thing I think I did do well, and what I try to work on is just kind of like just overall energy. And that's something I can control no matter the circumstances, no matter the situation. So that's one thing I know I did well in. And like I said, we'll go back and watch the film and nitpick everything and figure it all out.
Are you?
Mike, when did you find out that you would be starting this week, and how did you kind of prepare to, make this start on the road?
Yeah, well, I found out early in the week that my number was going to be called. And so mentally, nothing really changed. I've always taken the process like I was going to be the guy, because as a backup quarterback, you don't know when your number is going to be called. Knock on wood. We had a situation now where, hey, Mike, you got to go in there. So I don't ever want to have a change of mentality. So mentally, I was there. Film, understand what the other team's defense. The only physical thing different was just the amount of reps I was getting in practice. And just everything like that was pretty much the same.
Robbie?
Mike, from your perspective, what maybe broke down with the offense, like in the fourth quarter and after you guys took that lead? Because I think there were 3 straight drives where combined you had like something like 15 yards total there after you guys went up 17-14.
Yeah, well, I mean, in just in general, we just had to find our groove as an offense. We had it early. And we're growing as offense. We're growing as a team. So I think, we're, like I said, we'll go back and watch out everything. And like I said, I really wish I could give y'all details, but without, watching the film and actually seeing anything, I feel like it's not the right thing to do. But I mean, we'll figure it out. I have full confidence in this team. We talk about winning the response, and I love these guys on this team. Everybody's very supportive. So I have no doubt in my mind, it's going to hurt. It always is going to hurt, but we're going to flush it out these 24 hours and get back to work.
Mike, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, we got Vanderbilt linebacker Ethan Barr joining us. If you have questions for Ethan, let me know. Anybody? Go ahead, Arya.
Ethan, kind of continuing what the defense did against Florida, there was kind of a lot more havoc today in terms of turnovers and things like that. What do you think kind of was the key there in getting more of those turnovers and that kind of big plays?
Yeah, I think we emphasize all week is ball disruption and getting the ball back for our offense and setting the offense up in a good position to go score. And so we were able to do that a lot this game, and we affected the quarterback a lot. We pressured them and kind of made the quarterback have to make rush throws and things like that, and got in the passing lane. So I think we were able to do really good at that job in that way, and help get the ball back for the offense and set the offense up to score. So,
Ethan, I think they had not scored since the first quarter up until that last drive. So you guys were playing quite well. What didn't go right on that last drive defensively?
Yeah, they completed passes and they moved the ball down the field. So I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what happened, like what went wrong. I'll have to go back and look at it, of course, and really see where we can get better in that aspect. In the 2-minute drill, we do that all the time, and so it's something that we work on quite often. And so we need to get better at that. But yeah, I'm not sure. We have to go back and see where we can improve.
Are you?
What was kind of just your feeling on this game in terms of, the defense playing pretty well all game, but then kind of giving up that late touchdown, when it kind of mattered the most?
Yeah, I think we learned a lot about ourselves today, and as a defense and as a team. And I think we've proved to ourselves time and time again that we are a good team, we are a good defense, and so that one drive is not gonna ruin that at all. And it happened, and it's really tough to kind of go through that, and because we had the game, we had it, and we let it slip away. So it's tough, but we really grew as a team today and grew as a defense, and we proved to ourselves that we can do it, and we just got to go out and do our job. That's what we did a lot of the time tonight. So I'm really proud of these guys and what we accomplished throughout the game. But yeah, we just got to finish. So.